This one particular character will make the difference between a successful startupreneur and a failing one, because this is the one which is most important for a successful business person. My name is Kalyan, and I have an experience of 26 years in coaching, business coaching, and focusing on startupreneurs. Yes, I'm talking about one character that I've been telling about is the attitude. We have been hearing for long that is the attitudes makes the difference. The attitude decides the attitude. These are the things that we have been hearing for a long time. But this character is what is the most important one. Here I want to tell you one life story. I know a person who has been running business. I think he would have started he would have started 4 or 5 business. So I think this is the sixth one that he has been running. Okay, the advantage of that person is one thing. That is, when the first business failed, when he started the first business, when he realized that it is not going out well for him, he was ready to go for a kill and went for the next one. And the second one, of course, it did not perform well, but it was managing. Okay, it was manageable for him. And when it reached a point, he sold it for a profit, and he started the third one. So, like that, from the second one onwards, or I would rather say from the third one onwards, his all startups have been a massive success, at least in local terms. Okay, he is not an internationally acclaimed startup or anything like that. But from the third one onwards, he has been able to build it, operate it, and transfer it at an excellent profit. He made more than 300, 400% profit in each trade. So this character, that is why attitude is very important. What happens is, if you are starting a business, and if you will come across many people who will talk really negative about it. If you just go to a friend and talk to him, usually when you go to a friend and talk to him about your new venture or about your new business, immediately what you will say is, no, yeah, this is not going to work out. That will end the career for most of the people. That will be the end of the startup, the enterprises, or the startup for many of the people. But for those who have passion, for those who have the kind of fire in them, what happens is they will not just believe in their words, and they will ask that person who is telling, no, this is not going to work. If they say, they will ask, okay, friend, tell me one reason, or tell me why you are feeling that this is not going to work out. So if the other person is really serious, that person who gave this lousy comment is supposed to give feedback to him. He is supposed to tell him, oh no, this is why I feel this is not going to work out. Or this is the reason I feel there will be roadblocks. Okay, so what happens is, when they get into the conversation, they get into more clarity. But instead of that, when you are a person with a low attitude, when you don't have the attitude of a lion, of a leader, when the moment you hear a person say this is not going to work out, immediately you go down. Immediately you stop that there. So that is the reason. If you come across the people like Steve Jobs, when he came with the idea of this Apple, okay, there was lot of negative remarks. There were a lot of people who just mocked it. Like that, you take the case of Dyson. Dyson. You all know Dyson, right? The product itself, the product stands for its name. The product itself is a complete makeover, complete game changer. He also, when he wanted to launch the product, the first one, that is the fan without blade, when he wanted to launch the first product, what he did is, he sent samples to people and he asked them. He just called his friends and asked them. And many friends, what they told, they told, hey, come on, man, what is this? Hey, this is rubbish. This is not going to work. But there was one guy who told, I mean, yes, I think this really look interesting. Okay, I don't think it will work, it will not be feasible, but it looks interesting. So there is a point. So Dyson was a person with such a great attitude, and he started taking notes from people like him, and he started thinking, okay, this is the guy's feedback, but he never took their feedbacks emotionally. He did not take it in a very negative way, what they're saying. Okay, what he did was he started groundwork for that. He started doing reverse on that, but he did not wait for that perfection. Even before that, any successful business if you take, they would not have waited for the perfection because of their attitude. Because their attitude makes them so clear that their product is going to hit the market with a big success. So they don't have to wait for anything. So even if it is the kind of there is some problems in the product, they will send it. They will send it as a pilot batch or whatever it is to the market to get the feedback and to rework parallelly because they know there are some problems. Okay, so they will start reworking on it and will be upgrading the products. Especially if you are in software field, this is a phenomenal thing that is what do you call it, a shrewd startup owner. He will not wait for the launch, perfect launch. Okay, because only there is one problem. Okay, what happens is the business owner or the CEO, the business owner or the owner of that company, he may be a technical person. He knows that there is a lot of improvement, and he may be ready to go. He may be ready to launch the product with existing fallbacks. But the people who are in the middle, especially those who are in the marketing or something like that, who are not a high tech savvy people, they will be always cautious. They will say no, no. I mean, when we go to the market, when we get negative feedback, how we will manage it? So what? But a person, a person with a clear vision, with a very clear attitude. Okay, the vision and attitude is correlated. Okay, if you are having a very clear vision, what happens is the attitude will also follow with that. Okay, it will correlate with that, and so they will go out and roll out the product, and whatever corrections required, whatever the feedback they are getting from the market, they will incorporate it and come out with a better product. So that is what is called the lion attitude. They don't bother. They don't just fizzle down when they get the feedback, negative feedback, and they don't get overwhelmed when they get excellent feedback from the people. They are composed. Those people with the excellent attitude, those people with the lion's heart attitude, they don't just get exasperated when there is a good applause of their product, or they don't get completely demolished when they get a negative remarks of the products. So this is the most important one, friends, because you have to have that clear attitude. You have to have that serious attitude of being a leader. That is a leader who takes decision to go forward and ensure that the product is in the market, and if possible be in the market and get the feedback yourself. Because if you are a startup, and if you are going to the market, and if you are waiting for the feedback through your marketing people or sales people, and by the time you get the feedback, okay, you may not be getting the real feedback what they're saying, because that will be diluted. The feedback will be diluted. So this is one thing that you have to be very careful when you are a startup owner, when you are starting the business. Okay, so is it possible to develop that attitude? Yes, it is possible. One way of developing that attitude is write down your vision. Is writing down your vision and bring more clarity to the vision within yourself. Okay, you should be very clear about what your vision is, and you should be convinced. You should be completely, perfectly convinced that yes, this is my vision and I am going to make it happen. So once you are convinced, automatically that gets transformed into a positive attitude, a lion's attitude. So what happens is when you have that kind of attitude, naturally people will be tempted to go for it. Naturally you also will have that ability to get the feedback from people, and whatever changes required to in the product, do it and roll out again. So because then there is no question, there is no question of failure. You can when you consider this kind of this attitude, when you are writing down the vision, when you're writing down the goal, and all those things are documented, and then when you keep on reviewing, definitely that will lead to a success. Failure is no chance of any kind of failure in such a kind of startup. When you are going to the market, even without knowing what product you are selling, even without knowing the exact market condition, even without knowing to whom you are selling, all this whatever you do will not be enough for you to succeed. Okay, so please take care of this and develop that attitude. If necessary, listen to there are a lot of videos and lot of audios which will tell you how to develop that attitude. You can subscribe. I will be giving links of some of the videos to that. You can subscribe. You can click the link and keep listening to those kind of videos. That will also videos and audios that will also give you an excellent result in developing that winning attitude. Yes, that is the winning attitude. I'll be coming out with more such videos to ensure that startups are really successful, because my target is at least 5,000, to ensure at least 5,000 startups to succeed by 2020, and I am ready to work with those people who have that winning attitude and who have that clear vision. So please friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe and please give your comments, and I am looking forward to your feedback. Thank you so much.